Have I got a story for you?
What are we talking about?
My story.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, agent comes into the office and has a conversation with me. Listing presentation. Go on a listing presentation, and the other person pulls out this flyer from the other agent in the neighborhood that they got in the mailbox, and it says, I do this, 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 and this, and I charge this amount. They were obviously talking about commissions. So the agent picked up the phone and called the other agent. Ring, 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 ring. Voicemail comes on. Sorry, this voicemail is full. Cannot leave a message. So the agent hung up the phone, looked at the client, and said, is that who you'd like to hire? They can't even take your phone call. Sign the listing.
Beautiful.
Kind of fits today's topic.
Yes, it does.
So,
No voicemail, no dice. So I thought of that because of listening to agents' voicemails or lack thereof, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the no voicemail, right, which is your mechanical voice from your phone
Correct.
service. You've got the full mailbox,
mm-hmm.
and then you've got the just poorly put together message. Yo, how you doing? It's Travis. Drop me a line or whatever, you know.
Well, you've got the one also that this voicemail hasn't been set up.
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, that one really. So there's four.
Yeah.
Four things we got to talk about here. So let's start with the, hi, you've reached 949-451-1200. Please leave a message. I mean, what does that say?
Doesn't say a lot. Yes, it's a
Lazy?
AI that is just audio generated where it just repeats the phone number. And that's a generic thing that's set up on a voicemail when you actually, when you're setting up the phone. And it's just never been changed.
So what's the person think when they reach that number?
They know they got the right number.
No, they don't. They're like, oh.
Well, it repeats the number they just dialed.
That's
so-
true.
Yeah.
But still, it's terrible.
But they don't know if they have the right person. And I think that that's really the more important question, because I have heard those. I'm like, well, it's telling me the number. Did I call the right person? Because you start to question yourself. Mm-hmm. Maybe I wrote the number down wrong, or maybe I did that, and I know I'm calling the right number because they repeated the number, but I don't know if I'm actually...
They write the number down right, yeah.
Right. I don't know if I'm speaking to the person or I'm leaving a message for the person that I intended to.
Yep.
So, and it does. It creates that little bit of doubt.
You know, in this business, we're in sales.
Correct.
You have to be out there. You can't hide behind, you know, the mechanical voice message or try to keep your information offline. I mean, you got to have your information out there.
Yes, you do.
It will cost you if you don't. So to not have a voicemail message, if your idea is to try to be a little more anonymous, bad idea in this business.
I agree. They have to be able to find us. They should be able to Google your phone number and figure out who you are. And let's face it, yeah, we get a lot of solicitation because our numbers are out there all the time, and people are calling us trying to sell us things and things of that nature. But it's part of the business.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the second one. Is probably the most irritating to me is this voicemail hasn't been set up yet, and that happens. You make a lot of phone calls. I make a lot of phone calls. I get that one daily.
Yeah, and that's just a different way of the service provider saying,
right.
I mean,
you haven't even pushed the button yet.
I don't even know how you get there.
So that one, that's a no-brainer. That just makes absolutely no sense. Then the next one we're looking at is just the voicemail is full.
Yeah, I mean, it's just annoying.
Yes.
Both of those are just annoying. People are like, you will lose business over that.
Yep.
Someone will be like, I was going to call 3 people. Maybe I'll get back to this one, but I'm going to go ahead and try the other 2 before.
So, and I sort of get it sometimes. First of all, you should know your own voicemail system because each one's different. Some of those apps hold more voicemails than others, and sometimes people don't realize that they're filled up or whatever the case may be. So you want to be careful with that. So sometimes every now and then it's that you just weren't aware what was going on there. But most of the systems now, they hold like 50 plus voicemails in there.
But some people use it as a tool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do that intentionally so people will email me or text me because I don't want to take phone calls.
Yeah, getting a different
It's just
business.
a lazy way of doing that. I mean, even if you don't want to take a telephone call, cop to it. hey, I'm not going to, excuse me, I'm not going to return calls from this number, but I do get the texts and the emails. Please contact me that way.
You're so frustrated with it got you all choked up.
Yes.
And we see that in the MLS every now and then, where we'll see somebody, don't call me, which I've used that in a listing presentation as well, going against a
great
competitor.
idea.
Yeah. Pulled it up, and because it says right there in the MLS, do not call me. I will not return your phone calls. Is that the agent that you want representing you and trying to sell your house to the other agents out there? They're not even willing to communicate with their peers. That makes zero sense.
Yeah.
So, and I get it. There's more to the story. Yes, you prefer text messaging or emails or whatever the case may be, but not willing to take a phone call or not returning a phone call is something completely different. Not everybody texts, not everybody emails the way that we do sometimes. So we just have to be, sometimes.
Well, in those two scenarios, potentially the person on the other end is saying, don't waste my time.
Basically.
I don't want to talk to you on the phone. Well, what did you just do to that person? You just wasted their time.
Exactly.
Something to consider.
Yes. So,
are we getting old, or is this good advice? I know we were phone people, right? We had cell phones before they had texting and email.
Is it? Well, I believe that your phone is a tool, and nowadays it's really the last thing on a phone that's used. Most of the time when somebody's pulling out their phone nowadays, it's for anything but making a phone call. And that's okay, and I feel like we've gotten used to that, and people are starting to use that as their computer. But I think our message is really don't forget what this really was about, and it's really about belly to belly, and it's about creating those negotiations. It's about eliminating problems. So often, I got a guy the other day. You don't need to be mad. The cap locks were on by accident and didn't catch it until the end, and was like all bitter for. I was like, wasn't mad, just an accident. But a lot of times people don't see these things. I remember sending a message to somebody, and I don't even know the rule behind this. I've got to talk to our millennials on this one, because I don't even know. Put a period at the end of a text. That's apparently a bad thing in some situations.
Oh.
Yeah, so you didn't know it either.
Have I been offending people?
Apparently so. Andrea's starting to smile, so there's something there, right?
Well, we'll figure that out afterwards.
Maybe she'll explain it afterwards. But yeah, I had offended somebody because I had put a period at the end of a text.
Oh.
And I was like, it was a sentence. I thought a period went there. But.
So then our last one, just having a poor message.
Yes.
Hi, this is Travis. Leave a message. Well, what? Kind of get it, but I don't know. It's just not professional. Why?
Right? So I called an agent the other day and was having a conversation. They change their voicemail every day.
And that's okay. But a lot of times I see people with good intention, and then they're like, I just can't do this anymore. And they leave Tuesday's message for Wednesday, Thursday, all the way back around. And you're like, okay, now you got to fix that.
Exactly. Because it says, hello, today is Tuesday, blah, blah, blah day. You're like, no, it's not.
Exactly.
So, yes, but I like that. I mean, if you have the discipline to actually do that tells a great message on the other side. It basically says, hey, you woke up and business has started for you, and you're giving everybody an update of exactly what's going on that particular day. So if they do get your voicemail, they know what's happening. And the voicemail was pretty detailed. It was, today is such and such day, and if you're leaving me a message, I'm going to be returning calls between these hours and these hours, and feel free to, leave me a message kind of thing. So it was very detail oriented. So I knew, hey, if I'm leaving a message, I'm not expecting a call back until these hours.
Yeah.
So kind of liked it.
No,
I didn't adopt it, but I liked it. So.
Cool.
What else we want to
talk about? That was it.
Okay.
Just bringing a light for people. Maybe you need to call your own. I did fall prey to my mailbox is full, and thank God someone told me.
Right.
And I go into my voicemail, and I'm like, no, there's like 2 messages in here. What is going on? So it's either a technical error, or I had a ton of messages in my deleted. Because when you hit delete, it doesn't delete them. It throws it into the
archive.
The archive.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, so I could go search them. But when I was having problems with it, I realized I can't afford this.
Right.
And I said, when's the last time I looked at my deleted folder for a voicemail? And I said, never. Boom. Deleted them all. Haven't heard that complaint since.
Yeah, and that is another possible problem when that voicemail is full, is people don't realize when they're moving it from one section to the other, it's still in there, and it's still taking up the space. So, but with today's technology, you got to save that voicemail. You can send it to your email and just forward it to your email now, and just
That's true.
boom, then it's there forever.
Very true.
All right.
All right, people.
Have a fantastic rest of the week.
Yes.
All
Get
right.
those voicemail messages out there professional.
And if you like, subscribe and ring the bell, something like that, right? I don't know. It's a bell. Subscribe below. Send us a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking.